It's finished in this afternoon's Vanarama National League Play-off semi-final. Bromley 3, Altrincham 1. Phil Parkinson, the Altrincham manager, joins us. Phil, in many ways it was a typical semi-final, but I guess no team can afford to let in 3 goals in less than 10 minutes and survive.
No, you're absolutely right. We said it's ironic actually. First half went exactly how we wanted it to go. Obviously we're 1 up and I felt we were playing fairly well away from home in a difficult place to come. And then we made it very clear the first 15 will be pivotal, and to concede 3 goals in 15 it's not good enough. So we certainly haven't deserved to go through on that merit. 2 really poor goals, 2 headers, which we haven't been conceding. I mean, we've been unbreached for God knows how many games back end of the season, and you're always feeling you're a bit susceptible at times to something like that happening. So to concede 2 from probably 2 of the smaller players on the set pieces, which was really frustrating, was a real kick in the teeth. And then a really good goal off Miles Weston, a top finish. But then the game wasn't over, was it? I know it feels like we're done. We didn't throw the towel in. We fashioned chances of our own, and you're never going to fashion lots against Bromley. But Chris is at the crossbar from an indirect free kick. Matty Coslow's had one crossed in that has gone over the bar another day. He taps that in. And then Chris has gone through at the end with an outstanding tackle from Jude Arthurs. So if we could have not conceded 2 poor goals, then another day it could be a different story. But on the day we did, and that's what you get. And that's the learning and the hurt that our lads have got to feel. The bits I didn't want to come out and say is we're a young group and we've got to learn from it. Because I thought first half, all the learning we put into place, we looked so strong and we looked really comfortable and we got the goal that we needed. But then to start the second half like that, that's the bit the lads have got to learn. That's leadership, know-how. And they've shown that for long periods of time this season. But in these big games, you could see their leaders, the lads who've been there, seeing it done, it's slowing the game down at the right time. Not that we want to do that, but you've got to do that at certain times. Knowing when to go long, when to play short. But the big bit that I was really proud of the lads for tonight was the fact that you could see us. When we come here, I felt we were dominated when it was 11v11, and they didn't dominate us. We played our game, we fought, we scrapped, we got our goal, and we were in control the way we want to be in control. And I was really proud of the lads for being able to do that on a big occasion with so many of our fans here, a full house for Bromley. But then, as you said, it's just a bridge too far, wasn't it, in the end?
And Bromley have played a bit more football this season than they have done in recent years, but today it was a typical old-fashioned Bromley performance, I think.
Yeah, they're going to sit deep, they're going to frustrate us, they know we've got big threats, so they paid us a lot of respect there. And like I said, it went according to plan for us. We'd planned for both versions of Bromley, the one that we played here last time and the one that we see that you saw today, that sit off, try and frustrate, try and hit you on a counter, get a set piece, and we weathered all their weapons in the first half, but the second half it was over, wasn't it, within 15. Well, not over, because like I said, we didn't throw the towel in, but as a scoreline, you can't concede 3 away at Bromley and expect to come and get something.
And fantastic scenes at the end. Over 700 Altrincham fans here this afternoon. They never stopped from start to finish and really showed their appreciation, and that was fully reciprocated by all the players.
Yeah, absolutely. We went over and there was a moment with, well, not just one of the children, a few of the fans there really got me. Just so proud of this football club and how far we've come. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. I nearly broke down when one of the kids was upset there, because you can see how much it means, how passionate they are, and I'd like to think we reflect that. I know we can be frustrating like today at times, but as I've said to the players, that take away the result, this has been a fantastic season for us. Sticking in my throat saying that because we've lost today, and it doesn't feel that way, but it has. To look how far we've come over 7 seasons is phenomenal, really. Second year of full time and we make the playoff semi-finals. It's just it's a bit of a fairy tale story, but that hasn't got a happy ending, unfortunately, this time. But we've been here before in the Conference North. We didn't go up for the first time of asking. We might not do it next year, but we're going in the right direction, aren't we? So we've got to keep building. It'll be a tricky summer because we've got a lot of good young players, and I think we'll have to have one eye on that, and we've got to speak to the squad because they've done ever so well. I think the majority of this squad deserves to be retained, but for us to move forward, we're going to have to reinvest in the squad. and that might mean 1 or 2 don't get retained as well, which is disappointing, but it's just a matter of fact of where I'm up to. We don't have an embarrassment of riches. We reinvested a lot of our money to make this squad the way it is, and to make it better we're going to have to use some of the current money we've got. So they're bits that I've got to look at over the next couple of weeks, in particular with Rob and Neil, and we've got to get that right to improve the team, because we undoubtedly will lose 1 or 2 over the summer. They've done that well, and we've got to make sure that we're bringing in the same quality, if not better.
This is clearly going to be a busy summer, and next season will be more difficult, because I wouldn't say we've been a surprise package this year, but we've certainly finished higher than most people thought we would finish. Next season that won't be the case.
Oh, year on year I think we're the bookies' favourites to go down, aren't we? So hopefully we might see a different set of odds on us next season. I hope not, because we like that underdog sort of tag. But everyone knows we're not now. Everyone knows we're a progressive club. And like I said, what you've got to remember is we stuck by this group last season, 4th worst defensive record in the league, 5th best defensive record in the league, 5th highest score or 4th highest scorers in the division, one of the best counter-attacking teams in the division, top of the charts, one of the most efficient teams in front of goal. We've got a lot of positives, and they'll get better. I keep saying about the age profile of the group. As I said, when we stuck by them when they were struggling at times last season, look how much better they are. Look at Jake Cooper today, look at Lewis Baines, 2 of the best centre-halves in the division. And would you have said that a season ago? I don't know, but certainly now really come on. And you could go through them all. I'm using them as an example with the defensive record. We had Eddie Jones, Lewis Banks, Ethan Ross. You could go through the whole team. And the goals that we scored this season, the goal of the season was an embarrassment of riches, wasn't there? I know people were complaining there was too many to pick from. So that just sums up the season that we've had. And we've got to get better, and we've got to improve. And the club have really got to show that ambition now, and they do. They've backed us all the way, and I know everybody's hungry for that success. They've had a smell of it now. So hopefully the board, the investors know what it looks like. And if we want to move forward, we've got to keep investing and making sure the group's stronger, because if we're not, we will go backwards, and I certainly don't want to do that as a manager.
And that's twice now in 2 seasons we've been denied Wembley. Does that make it you even more determined to get there at some point, or of course win the league?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at Nantwich Town, where I started, pretty much missed out to Halifax in a semi-final when we were in the MPL, so a major achievement there, and massive underdogs. And then here, funnily enough, Halifax again. So yeah, really disappointing, and then today. But we've had lots of success as well, so we can't be greedy. There's some teams who have had years and years, 14, 20 plus years of not having any success. We've had a lot in 7 seasons. We've had a great day today. I know it's not success because we haven't won anything, but it's success in terms of league finish. It's success in terms of progression of the full-time model. It's success bringing 750 fans away to Bromley. And if we can build on that, and if the fans stick with us, I know we're not going to have 750 every away trip, but you can see when you come and get behind us this season, it's made a huge difference. And we need that. Look at the big clubs. We need that away support, and they've been absolutely amazing today. I can only thank them so much for doing it. We need it at home and away, because that's going to be a big difference maker for us next season. And I know everyone's disappointed, and everyone will be thinking, just shut up, Phil, but that is a difference maker for us. And like I said, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's backed us today and paid all that money, travelled all that way. I know you're upset, and listen, that really fires me up to go again next season.